Hello, welcome to this show. My name is Phyllis Murugi. If you're new here, subscribe. Today I want us to talk about agents and agencies. Who is an agent? An agent is that person who will link you up with an agency which will now help you to go to your country of destination. Okay, an agency is where now the big deal takes place. It's where your documents are processed. It's where you are helped to acquire even your passport. That when you want to go to the Gulf, you wouldn't know where to start from. Let's say you are in the village, maybe you are from the village, or even if you are from the city, you can't just start from nowhere. You need someone who will tell you, do you want to go to Qatar? Do you want to go to Bahrain? Where to start from? Mostly, and someone will refer you to that agent, or you can see them on posters. When you go across the streets, you may see posters, people advertising that they take people to the Middle East countries to work there as housekeepers, as so many jobs. You will see posters. All those posters are all over. They'll be advertising that they are agents. Now these agents, their work is only to take you to the agency. Now the people in the agency, they take over from there. So when you get to the agency, they will ask you for some documents, maybe a copy of the ID of your next of kin. They will ask you of your ID so that they can process your passport, your visa, and stuff like those. So an agency is where most of the business of going to those Gulf countries take place. They are the same people who will liaise with the office in those Gulf countries. They are the ones who will liaise with your boss in those countries so that you get your visa to go and work there. Now, agents, as I told you, or even the agencies, they are in the business world. I know when you are applying to go to these countries, most of the time you think that they care. Maybe some do, but from my point of view and from what I observed, I can tell you that for sure those agents don't care. They don't care what happens to you. And that is why I always say, before you board that plane, you should put this in your mind that they don't care. When you decide to board that plane, ni wewe na Mungu wako. Just you and your God, period. So don't go with the mentality of, my agency will check up on me, my agency will do a follow-up, my agent will be concerned. I know they will lie to you. They will tell you that they will be checking up on you. If you have trouble, if you have problems, you should call them. That is what even as we were told. That's what they tell you. Because if someone just came and told you, oh, if you go and face shit out there, don't call me, don't contact me, of course you wouldn't go. So because they are in business, they have to entice you, they have to lie to you. And one thing I promised myself when I said I would do this channel, I purposed to be truthful. I told myself that I'm not going to come here in this platform and lie to you guys. I won't come here and cheat you and tell you that life in the Gulf is a walk in the park. No, I won't come here and tell you, hey, life in Saudi is amazing, you should go, your agents will be concerned. No one will be concerned. Most of them, and I know they won't be happy to hear, maybe some of them won't be happy with what I'm telling you, but the truth is that at the end of the day, most of them, they don't care. Even if there are those who care, maybe they are one out of 100, because most of them, they don't care. Especially the agents, that person who comes to approach you, that person that you talk to and they tell you it's gonna be all right, calm, I don't know what and what. You think that they are your friend. Let me tell you something. The moment you board that plane, they get their commission, they get their money, done. it's a done deal. They don't care what happens at the other end. Okay, like I can give you with my example. I don't know, maybe it's like 2 years now from, yeah, I think it's I think it's almost 2 years now from the time I came back home, and my agent never called to know whether I came back home or whatever happened. They are not concerned. So if you're choosing to go there, just know you're going there on your own. Yes. And the agents, again, they are not always that keen. They don't follow up on their people. And also there's something I observed when we were in that office in Saudi Arabia. I noticed that I told you that in those offices people are beaten. I already did a video on that. I noticed that man, the one who would like spearhead the beating of those ladies, I noticed that, especially from Kenya, because I noticed that he would ask those ladies, are you from Kenya? Yes. Which office? They would ask you the head of that man whom he would mention, and if you say you are from that man, he will just beat you. So I kinda added 1 and 1 and got 2, and I was like, so did that man communicate with this man that it's okay for you to beat my girls, it's okay for you to beat my ladies, and instill fear unto them so that they may work forcefully? At least that's what I thought. That's why I'm telling you, at the end of the day, the agencies have failed terribly, and the agents also, they don't care. And whether you like it or not, this is business. And the sad reality is that the ladies who go to work in Saudi Arabia as housemaids, the people who go to work there, you are the merchandise, you are the product. It's the same way you'll go to the market or in a mall and you are doing shopping, yeah? Like even when we were in the office, I would observe maybe an Arab lady would come and say, okay, this one Bangladesh, this one Kenya, this one Burundi, and you would say, I don't want this one, I want this one. The same way you go to a mall and do shopping. So the agents and the agencies, they are in the business world, and you are the commodity, you are the product, you are being sold. So at the end of the day, in the business world, not every business person cares about the consumers. Hello, am I speaking to someone? Not everyone who is in business, they are legit or they are genuine. Some people don't just care even what they produce out here. They just don't care. Even if they are selling low quality goods, even if they are selling poisonous things, they don't care. They just want the profit. So at the end of the day, you are the product, and the agents and the agencies, they don't care. They don't care what happens to you. Most of them don't. They don't care whether you're beaten. They don't care whether you're paid your salary. Most of them, they don't even care whether you die or perish in the Gulf. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the agents and the agencies, they have failed as well. So don't go to any Gulf country thinking that you are safe, saying that because I'm with this agency, because I'm with this agent, that I'm okay. It's a lie, it's a lie, it's a big lie. They're lying to you, they lied to us, they're continuing lying to others. So if you purpose to go there, just know it's you and your God only. And with that mentality, maybe you will be able to overcome whatever challenges that may come your way when you are there. But don't go there thinking that, oh, you are safe. Another thing I would say about the agents is, don't always agree to what your agent is telling you. For example, if like you have heard of this, or maybe we heard of it when we were going to Saudi, sometimes you want to go, you're desperate, you want to go and work and get some money, and then in the process probably you get pregnant, and maybe your agent will tell you, that one is just a small thing, we can sort it out, and then you're given maybe something to do an abortion. And I will tell you this, please, if that's the case, no matter how desperate you are, Don't kill your baby. Don't abort so that you can go to those countries. Why am I telling you this? The reason why I'm telling you this is because I believe that God communicates to us through so many ways. Sometimes God can act as a way of communicating to you. Sometimes God has already gone ahead of you. He knows what is awaiting you in those countries, and by giving you a child in your belly is a way of stopping you from going there. And then you're there forcing issues. You're saying, I will remove the baby and go and work. And you know the agents, they don't care. So you will board that plane when you're sick, when you're bleeding, to a point of even dying. You get there at your boss' house, and already your boss knows that you are healthy, because they already did a medical on you, a full medical. They know you are healthy and you're going to work. So when you get there and you are appearing sickly, you are unable to work, you are not fit for work, they might get angry and think that you are refusing to work for them and you are sick. Because the agents, they don't care. What they care is that you bought that plane and they get their commission and bus, just that. So you might reach there and your boss, start becoming mean to you, they mistreat you. And because already you are not feeling well, you are not fit for the job, when you are mistreated, you worsen, even to a point of death. You start dying in those countries, and nobody will care. They won't care that you died because you did an abortion. Why did you abort in the first place? So don't do everything the agents tell you. If something occurs to you, it will be best for you to retreat. That is a way of God communicating to you. As much as people will say getting a baby is your own doing, you know, people will say having a baby is not God's thing, it's you having sex. As much as everyone wants to say that it's sex that makes people pregnant, at the end of the day, people might be doing sex and whatever, and they're not getting pregnant. So at the end of the day, God is the one who gives children to people. And if it happens to you when you're in the process of going to these Gulf countries, please don't abort your baby. Retreat. Stay in your home country. No matter how bad the situation, God will give you a way out. Another thing I want to say about the agents. Let's say you are from the village and you have a relative perhaps who is hosting you at their home. One thing I want to tell you is that take advantage of the situation. Those agents, if you need fare to go to the city for whatever reason, if they say like, come, we need you to go and do a test, I don't know what, blah blah blah, tell them you don't have money. Take advantage of the situation. Let them give you the fare. Don't bother your host or hostess telling them, I need money for fare. No, let them pay for you. Let them pay for it, because at the end of the day, they are in business and they are benefiting on the whole process. As much as they are benefiting from it, they are in business, and you should take advantage of it, because at the end of the day, once you board that plane, story yako na wao inaishia hapo. So take advantage of the situation. Now, another thing that I would pinpoint a finger at those agencies is that those schools, because the agents, especially people going to Saudi Arabia, there's a requirement that you should go to a school, I think, for 2 weeks, and to be trained, I don't know on what and what. And if you ask me, it's just a total wastage of time, because I don't know even what. We didn't learn much at that time when we were going. Maybe they have changed, maybe not, I don't know. But if you ask me, it's a complete wastage of time. So those institutions, they are horrible. I remember the one I attended was just horrible. Crowded people. Oh God, I even don't know what to say. It was just a terrible experience. And I remember some women saying that this is just a small Saudi Arabia, they are preparing us for Saudi Arabia. And that is crazy, because Saudi Arabia is very different from what we experienced in those institutions. Very horrible ventilation, horrible, I don't know. And also the food, even the food was terrible. I remember myself getting sick and my stomach making a fuss because the food was just terrible, and I even had to drop out from the school because the situation was just terrible. So If you are out here, you're an agent or you are an agency. If you are an agency out there, improve on your facility. Know that it is people that you are hosting in that institution. Give them proper food. Treat them just like humans, because at the end of the day, they are human beings who are willing to dare and risk and to go and look for greener pastures. I think that's all for today. I promised you guys that I was going to do a video on agents and agency and probably the government. I would also want to do a video on the government and the role which government is playing on these girls issues. And forgive me if I've become a little harsh on this video, but that's all I had to say on the agents and the agencies. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope we will meet again next time. Bye bye.